Hi Pisces, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watchers are always welcome. Today I'm going to ask my spirit guides what you don't see coming, what is unexpected, what's going on around you that maybe will be a surprise, anything about a relationship that maybe we don't know where that's going, anything spirit wants to share with me. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that was newly guided here for the first time. I'm so grateful. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you want us to know at this time? I am listening for you now. I have a soul awakening. Oh, I like that. You are quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. Absolutely. When your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm, that you know exactly what it is that you want. That's how that's coming into me. So you could know the type of person you want to be with. You could know that I need somebody who awakens my soul. I need somebody who definitely is in alignment for sure. I want to feel my heart pulse. I like even that, this feeling of, you know, skip a beat, right? That somebody actually, I actually felt something from this person. So always rely on your physical reaction. I think that that's always a good clue. Our body picks up on things energetically that we don't always see or hear, but sometimes we get the chills, we get a vibe, we get the butterflies, our heartbeat starts to beat faster. So listen to your body. Those are always good clues when you're meeting somebody. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know? Tell me about this soul awakening. I have an unexpected call. Okay. I'm shocked to hear from you. Okay, so why? I don't know. Maybe we put it on hold. Maybe I don't think it's somebody I had a relationship with. There's a part of me that feels like I'll be reaching out soon, and then the time got away from us. You know, maybe it's just a couple of weeks, maybe it's been a month. But it's more like that. It's more like, you know, I'm going to reach out to you when I have more time, or I have to travel for business, or I have a big project on my desk right now. So I feel like things clear, things, I don't know, get situated in some way. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, where was I 3 weeks ago? And then they pick up the phone and call you, something like that. I've been at a crossroads, a turning point. That's coming into me as they've decided to end something with someone else to be with you, believe it or not. And they're not putting you in a third party situation, but they end some kind of connection so that they can start something with you. And maybe that's the delay. Maybe you haven't heard from them because they needed that time to say, I really want to date somebody else, but I gotta kind of wrap this one up, and I gotta, you know, I don't know, take some time to think. But yeah, it's coming into me as they've decided that they do want to move forward with you in some way, even if it's just start dating you. But they had to let somebody else go in order to do that. I have the truth, clarity. I don't want to be a secret. Yeah, you could have said, I'm not going to be a third party. I'm not interested. If you want to date me, then you got to end whatever you have with somebody else and then date me for real. But yeah, so I do feel like they did some soul searching, and I feel like they've decided there's a sense of they choose you. But I also feel like you stood your ground. There's definitely a feeling of, I'm not interested in being the other person. They're saying I'm not an option. So that might have been something that you said to somebody, like, you don't get to choose. Like, you can't go back and forth with both of us until you decide that, yeah, I want one or the other. Like, it's like not a harem here. So I think you stood your ground, and maybe they respected that, but maybe there's been a delay from the time that we had those conversations to now. And all of a sudden they've decided that, hey, you know what? I just wanted to let you know I'm single. And if you're still available, I want to take you out, something like that. I have a 2 of Swords, decisions, big decisions. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 6 of Wands. It's coming into me as I can't fight the feelings. I have an Ace of Swords. I think that this person, from the moment they met you, said, I want a chance with you. And I don't want to fight the feelings anymore. But there was something going on, and they had to let something go in order for this to really start. I do feel like they are being truly, truly honest with you, that they want to see where this goes. They've given some thought to what would it take for you to want to be with me? What would it take for you to, give this a real chance? Maybe we've already had that conversation. Maybe we've had some conversations about, what are we both looking for? And, I really like you. And maybe we talked about some things, but I'm not going to be in a relationship with you unless you're available. So that probably is what happened. I have a King of Pentacles. There's money at stake, Spirit said. I have a 4 of Cups. Am I making the right decision? It was almost like they were sitting on something. I don't think they're going through a divorce. I'm not saying they're leaving a spouse for this. It's probably somebody who was just kind of dating somebody casually. It wasn't really going anywhere anyways. And, they just said, I'm going to cut strings with that, do the right thing, and then we can start from scratch. I have a Knight of Swords. That came into me as I do want to do it the right way. Let me just take care of things and then, get back to you, or when I'm free. So it feels like they're free. It feels like the door or window's opened. It's interesting because there's only that little period of time where we're both available. So that window of time is key. They call you back, and maybe you had met somebody else in the meantime. I have a 10 of Pentacles. It's coming into me as honor around work. Maybe we met through work. We met through business. Our paths cross. Maybe that's why we know each other already, or know something of each other. But yeah, I'm not going to start something with you unless I know you're available. I have a Queen of Swords, and I have a Queen of Cups at the bottom of my deck. So this is more of a, I deserve more. I have more self-respect. I'm not really interested in being the third wheel. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Spirit just said. So I do feel like I stood my ground. I'm glad I stood my ground. I said, if and when you're available and you're single, and if I'm still single, let me know. And I think that's exactly what just happened. They're coming back. They ended whatever the situation they were in order to have a chance with you. Spirit, please share with me. I have spirit babies. Okay. Maybe somebody's lost a baby. I have getting closer. I want to get to know you. I want to spend time with you. So I've given this some thought. I don't want you to be the one that got away. And I was in a relationship and dating somebody that I really wasn't that into. So I do feel like they made a choice. I have addicted. All right. So I want to make sure nobody's addicted, that we don't have any problems. Maybe somebody, a third party, they had problems and I didn't realize it. And I didn't really want to get involved in that. I have gossip. That's coming into me as I don't want I don't want to open up a can of worms. You know, like I didn't want to get into something that was, maybe you guys are in the same circles of people. And it's like, I'm not going to be the one that interferes. I'm not going to be the reason that this ends. I'm not going to be the reason that, you know, people are talking. So I feel like I just walked away and said, I know you're interested and I would be interested too, but you're not interested unless it's, they're available. I have love is in the air. Sometimes we meet somebody and we're just not, we're not quite ready. We both don't have that perfectly clean slate. And sometimes somebody has to make a choice. You have to make a choice that, you know, if you want to start something with somebody else, you got to end something. So that's probably what's going on around you. But the good news is this person is choosing you. They want to get closer. They definitely think that there's something here. They want to make sure that it's not somebody that is going to waste their time, I guess. Maybe they've already given some thought, like they know that this could be something decent. I have a Justice card. Maybe they're thinking you're the type of person I could be with forever. I'm giving up dating other people. I don't want to date other people. An Ace of Swords. Yeah, they made up their mind. I can't fight these feelings anymore. And they are definitely deciding to be all in. I have a six of Wands. So I'm going to try to start capturing you. So based on that phone call, this is coming into me as it's been a long road for us to get here for some reason. Maybe we have gone back and forth a few times with this, and you kept saying, I'm not going to start anything with you unless you are not in a relationship of any kind. So it feels like it feels like we've gone back and forth a few times. I have an Empress. That's I love myself. I love myself. I'm not going to settle. All of those feelings. And I have an Emperor at the bottom of my deck. So I do feel like we are a match. We're a good match. We could be really good together. And I feel like we both see it and feel it. But it really comes down to availability, emotional availability. Nobody wants to get into a third party situation. It's just not, it just is not a good feeling. So I think somebody stood their ground. Said, when you're single, let me know. You already know. Maybe that felt like you already found out that they had broken up with somebody. Maybe you guys are in the same circles of people, or you at least have somebody in common. But it almost like you knew they had broken up, and then maybe you kind of knew in the back of your mind that they were going to be reaching out to you next. You just didn't know when. So here it is. Time to get this thing going. You make my heart full. 10 of Cups. I want to be with you. You're the one I want to be with. Yeah, nice. I mean, I feel bad that they're letting somebody else go, but if they weren't going to be happy with that person, the best thing they can do is let that person go so that person can find somebody who does want to be with them. Think before you act. Yeah, I mean, you could have just as easily jumped into a relationship with this person, but then they'd have their cake and eat it too. You know, they get to try out a lot of different people at the same time. Yeah, great. But you're not an option, they said. I'm absolutely in love with you. Could they have fallen in love with you through this process? That's a good question. I would sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's, I don't know what it is about you, but I need to figure out why I want you in my life. So sometimes people could really have, I mean, it could be more than just a crush or more than just an interest. They could start to realize they're actually having feelings for you. I feel the same way. So I think that what's happening is neither one of us probably could push this away. And We both knew it, but I think somebody's put down the boundaries and said, you know, just out of self-respect, that I deserve more and I'm not going to settle for being, you know, just the other person. So I'm going to go with that for now. But the bottom line is I can't fight these feelings, and they're deciding to be with you is what's going on. So I think they ended something with someone else in order to do that. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, I thank you for being here. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your kind words. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel, and I'll put those links in the description. In the meantime, expect a call. Expect a call from somebody that maybe we pushed them away for a little while until they made the right choice. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.